white stripes are for bandages, sir.
What?
The white stripes on the pole, they represent bandages, sir.
Do they? Do they indeed? And the red?
Blood, sir, blood. Shaved and dressed, sir. Please to step inside.
Now, one of your shaves requires such dressings afterwards, Master Barber. I had better take my chin elsewhere.
Oh, come, sir. The pole is but a relic of the past, merely a relic. Please to step inside.
Very well.
The pole goes back to the time when barbers were surgeons as well as barbers, you see, sir. Not that long ago. The Royal College of Surgeons only got its charter in 1800, you know. No, of course you wouldn't know. You are much too young. I was but a child myself. An innocent, beardless child. Tobias.
The lava's ready, Mr. Todd.
Is it good and hot for the gentleman?
Yes, Mr.
Then give it
Todd.
to me.
And those, are they relics of the past, too?
Ah. Yes, sir. They were left in the shop by my predecessor, a barber surgeon of the old school. Just think, sir. Had I been born a generation earlier, this could have had your leg off in less than a minute.
Stir yourself, man. Don't dawdle. I haven't got all day.
Yes, sir, of course. I'll have you polished off in no time at all, sir.
And see that you don't cut me. I'm to meet my father-in-law today.
Tobias, the gentleman is in a hurry. Run out and see what time it is by St. Dunstan's clock.
Yes, Mr. Todd.
My apprentice, sir. What a dear fellow he is, to be sure. Reminds me very much of myself at his age. But he's growing, sir. He's growing. It won't be long before I have to have him on this chair, I'm afraid. Dear me. What very stout whiskers you have, to be sure. Very manly beard, sir. Very manly indeed. Never mind. I'll soon have you as smooth as a harmless child. Do you note my hand, sir? It has often been remarked how delicate they are, like a child's or a surgeon's.
They look more like a gorilla's to me. Thank God you aren't a surgeon.
It wants 5 minutes to noon, Mr. Todd.
Damn it, Master Barber, my appointment was for 12 o'clock. Now, will you shave me or won't you?
Tobias, here's a penny. Run down to Billingsgate. Get a pennyworth of shrimps from Mr. Lane. Don't eat any on the way back. I'll slit your throat, you little rascal.
Yes, Mr. Todd.
What a dear fellow he is, to be sure, sir. I often think that children...
You! Soapsuds! I am not accustomed to being kept waiting by tradesmen.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. A gentleman like yourself. Please resume your seat. I'll have you polished off before the clock has struck the hour.
Well, you better have it.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Your humble servant, sir. Just a little more lather, I think. So, you are to be married, sir. And because you are to meet your father-in-law, you have brought a gift for your intended. The string of pearls, sir, in your pocket. There. Enough lather, even for your manly beard, I think. They're of great value, I suppose.
The pearls? Oh, about £10,000. I had them as a bargain from an Indian trader. There's only one other string like them in England, I believe.
£10,000. Dear me. And on a female, too. Is she worth it, do you think?
I beg your pardon?
Your intended, sir. Your future wife, a bride, and mother-to-be. Is she worth it? Is any female worth such love money?
Any more remarks like that, and I shall not only get up and quit this shop directly, but I shall give you a good thrashing first.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Spoken like a gentleman. Spoken like a true gentleman.
Listen to that. 12 o'clock, curse you. You said...
Never fear, sir. I'll have you polished off before the last stroke. I'll just tilt the chair back a little, sir, so that
God bless me, were there ever such meat pies? Was pork and veal ever so tender? Was there ever such gravy? Mistress Lovett, another pie if you please.
And for me, 2 more pies, Mistress Lovett.
I can manage the 2 myself. Make it 3, Mistress Lovett.
Make it 4.
Wait your turn, gentlemen. Our plates were empty first. Mistress Lovett.
Gentlemen, please.
I always do please, Mistress Lovett. A gentleman is obliged to please a lady. Come here and I shall give you some hint as to what I mean. No, come here, Mistress Lovett. Hardacre's a mere boy. I'll please you on the spot.
Now, please, gentlemen. The new tray of pies will be up at any moment.
If I come and have a pie, Mistress Lovett, I shall have a kiss.
Do, Mr. Hardacre.
Without a pie, my mouth is vacant for other work. And hang me if I ever saw a handsomer woman. I say, sir. You, sir.
Yes, sir. What do you say, sir?
Those pies are a devilish long time, Mistress Lovett.
A word with you, Mistress Lovett.
I can look after myself perfectly well without your help, Mr. Todd.
You seem to be at some risk from those cannibals out there. Who is your favorite, I wonder?
I have no favorite, Mr. Todd. You should know that.
I am of some service to you, am I not?
I was not referring to business arrangements.
Business arrangements that have made you a rich woman, I think.
Rich?
For a widow who was left penniless, yes, I should say rich.
As to being a widow, remember that that is an open question, Mr. Todd. Mr. Lovett disappeared. No body was ever found.
No, ever will be.
In the eyes of the law...
The law? Mistress Lovett, the law.
Well, leaving that aside, as to being rich, it is apparent that you and I have different notions as to wealth.
Wealth, Mistress Lovett, or money?
And they're the same thing, Mr.
Oh, no. Money is a fact. Wealth. Wealth is an emotion.
Then I'm interested in facts.
Very well, then. Facts it is. How's that for a fact, Mistress Lovett?
What have you done?
Take it. Look at them. Let me.
What?
Place them round your neck. There. Look. Look at yourself. There. Do you not feel wealthy now? Please.
What do you want?
Please.
No.
Not on the mouth, not on the mouth. Here. Just here. Please.
For these? You had them off a tinker for half a crown.
No, tinker, Mistress
A
Lovett.
forger, then? A
No.
dealer in fake
No.
stones? Then who?
A gentleman. A gentleman. Of substance.
So, you'd see me hanged?
Hanged?
I might as well have a rope around my neck as those pearls. Is that what you want?
No.
Is this your love? Get out of my sight. Go on.
please.
Oh, get up, you fool! If those pearls are real, they must be worth thousands.
Yes. For us. For you and me. No. No. No, not for me. For you, just for you. From me.
And how should I explain where I had them from? Of a barber who was kindly given them by a gentleman. I should be nubbed at Tyburn within the week.
I wanted to please you.
Well? Well, you can please me.
Yes.
The money. If they're true pearls, and if you can sell them, the money. Come here, Sweeney. Kneel again, my boy. On your knees. My little one. There. Now, the money. If you can get the money, who knows what the future might hold for us? Hey? Sweeney?
Yes, what is it? Have you come to buy or sell?
To sell.
Well, the only orders I get are for pearls, and they aren't on the market.
I have nothing but pearls to sell. I mean to keep my diamonds, my topaz, my emeralds, and my garnets.
The deuce you do. Well, I'm too old for jokes, and I'm waiting for my supper. Now, be off with you.
You do not wish to see them.
Little seed pearls, they're of no value to me. I can't get rid of those I've got. No, it's real pearls that I want. Big pearls. Pearls. Worth thousands.
My apologies for troubling you, sir. Since you're not interested, I shall take them to Mr. Coventry up the street.
No, wait. I should like to. I'm prepared to examine them. Sit down, sir. Please sit down. Thank you, sir. Oh, well, very interesting. Really, most interesting. Most interesting.
I thought you might think so.
Imitation, of course, but most interesting.
Imitation.
Oh, certainly, sir. Take my professional word for it. But so well done. I'll give you 5 shillings for the curiosity value. No, stay a moment, sir. Stay. I'm fond of curiosities. I'll give you £10. Come, clap hands and make a bargain. Oh, no, wait, sir, wait. For sheer curiosity value, I'll give you £100.
I am fond of curiosities myself, sir, and since you, an expert, assure me that these are counterfeit, well, I'll keep them. They'll do as a present for some child.
Child? You give those to a child? You must be mad. No. No.
Don't call me that.
No, the pearls are real.
As real as I am. Could you not see that from looking at me?
I'll give you
I tell you what you'll give me. £8,000.
8,000.
They're worth 10. I will accept 8. A handsome profit for you, provided that you desist from quibbling like some petty tradesman.
Yes, but one moment, sir.
I will not bargain. It is not my nature.
No, sir, no. You know the true value of the pearls, and I won't haggle. But, sir, there are some rather important things to consider. Now, sir, a string of pearls like that is not to be sold like a few ounces of whole silver. A string like that, sir, it's like a house or an estate. Now, when they change hands, the vendor must give satisfaction as to how he came by them.
In plain terms, Mr. Money Grubber, you do not care how I came by them, provided that I sell them to you at a thief's price. But if I want their value, you mean to be particular.
Show me that you have the right to dispose of the pearls, and you need search no further than this shop for a customer.
I am not disposed to take that trouble, so I shall bid you good night, sir.
Stop thief! Stop thief! Stop thief!
Don't call me that.
Stop thief! Stop thief!
I'll kill you for that.
Young Todd, be quiet, I say.
Mother, mother, mother! Mother, mother!
Do you know how I treat noisy boys, young man? Do you know how I deal with uproarious young specimens who disturb the peace of his respectable private establishment, where loving parents have deposited their offspring to be brung up in gentility?
I want to see my mother.
Because if you don't, your tutor is prepared to give you lesson 1 right now. Or will you go to bed and sleep like a Christian?
I'm not a thief, sir.
I am glad to hear that.
But I'm called a thief, sir. Here, on the bedsheet, it says stop thief. I cannot sleep through it.
Oh, a mere precaution against the loss of expensive linen, Master Todd. You see, if some boy is foolish enough to run away from here and take my property with him, it is most convenient if that property can announce itself, as it were, stop thief. Because then the mad boy may be detected and brung back for treatment.
Mad?
Why else would any boy run away from here? Mad. Mad? It's the wickedness breaking through into the skull, do you see?
Yes, Mr. Crumbles.
Dr. Crumbles! You will address me as Dr. Crumbles, won't you?
Yes, sir, Doctor.
Oh, good, that's better. Good. Now let's have no more disturbance from you, sir.
If you please, Doctor.
Yes, Master Todd.
How long am I to be left here? When shall my mother come to fetch me again?
Oh, well, now, your poor widowed Mars intended that as Mr. Green, your new pa, young Toddy, is a very generous, open-handed gentleman, you must consider yourself a fortunate varmint, for that gentleman is paid for a year's board in advance for you. Here, in your own private room.
Yeah, but my ma said...
Your ma said you was glad to see the back of you, you little monster.
No!
I will not have tears. I will not have tears. If I see tears, well, I ain't got no good reason for them. Do you know what I do? I'll make a reason for them. Because I have a neatness of mind which requires that life should be logical in that fashion. Follow me?
She's coming back.
Maybe she is. Maybe she ain't. What of it? Gonna cry for your ma at your age? No shame on you, Master Todd. Why, you're almost a grown man. Oh, feel those whiskers on your face. Will you cry for your ma into your shaving mug? You little... Oh, you will require stern treatment.
You're on the run. You need help. Take the first court on the right. The last house down in the cellar. Rat Castle. I'll put them on a false trail. Now, run. Run!
I'm not a thief, I'm not!
Not a thief? Then what are you doing in Rat Castle, friend? What is your name?
Todd. Toddler. Swithin Toddler.
Well, Master Toddler, what are you, eh? Cutpurse, footpad, highwayman, what?
I am none of these things.
No, I thought not. So why was there a hue and cry for you, eh? And what trade could bring you into such circumstances, eh?
An artificial pearl maker.
Well. And can you prove your story, Master Toddler? Proof, Master Toddler. Proof!
Let us be sportsmen, friends. I challenge you, or anyone in this room, to make a set of artificial pearls the equal of these. Come, what is the wager?
We don't gamble with strangers, so just hand them over.
There. Look at them. They'll bear it. You wouldn't have known they weren't real if I hadn't told you.
Hopkins! Hopkins!
What?
You were apprenticed to a jeweler once, Grandad.
Ah, that I was, Joey, my boy. And you should have seen the parts of my private person that he looked into to make sure I hadn't taken nothing. It wasn't dignified.
Here. We have a guest who says he has made these. What do you think of them?
If these are imitation, I've never seen better. I've never seen so good. I'd say they was real.
Well, gentlemen, am I the master of my calling, or am I not?
I should have thought, Master Toddler, that if you could manufacture sham pearls so wonderfully, you should have made your fortune by now.
I've only just perfected the process. This is the first string I have made. I thought would pass a lapidary.
The rest of the story, sir?
Yeah. Unfortunately, he had sharper eyes than our ancient friend here. He perceived the deception. I had to run for my life here.
If you have only just perfected the process, how have you lived until now? Not by thieving, or you would have been known to us long ago.
Oh, that. My appearance to the world is that of a barber.
A barber?
Had I chosen to be a common thief, I would have been king of this castle.
A barber, eh?
I detect a certain roughness about your neck and throat, sir, unseemly in the king of the castle, even Rat Castle. Would your majesty care to be shaved?
By you?
Finest shave you ever had. As smooth as a harmless child. Or are you perhaps afraid?
Nick, your razor. Molly, hot water and soap. And a brush. If you make one slip, Master Barber, if you break so much as a sliver of skin, a single drop of my blood will be the death of you.
This razor is blunt from cutting purses.
Who's afraid now, Master Barber?
Not I, Your Majesty, a blunt raider, knees but stropping. I'll have an edge on it in a minute. It shall be done. It shall be. Tobias? Tobias! Just these. Worth 20 times all that's in here. It shall be done. It shall be done, and when it is, Go on.
I'm sorry, Mr. Todd.
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
What have you done that you should be sorry for?
I should have come back sooner, sir.
When did you come back? How long have you been peeking through there?
Peeping, sir? I've only just arrived this moment from Greenwich Fair. You said I could go. Don't you remember, Mr. Todd?
Are you sorry if you've not been spying?
Spying, Mr. Todd?
Don't repeat every word I say. Answer my question.
I don't understand you, sir. You said I must be back from Greenwich by 10 to sweep the shop. But there was a travelling theatre and it's gone 11. I'm sorry, Mr. Todd. You're late, that's why you're sorry. Yes, Mr. Todd.
Did you not see a hat and cane hanging here and a coat, Tobias?
Oh, yes, Mr. Todd. They was left by the gentleman who called this morning, wasn't they?
Well, you did not bring them to my attention.
I'm sorry, Mr. Todd. I forgot. I'm afraid I made you angry with me.
Well, it is your duty to attend to such matters, Tobias. A gentleman could have come back later and found his coat stolen and then accused me of being a thief.
You a thief, Mr. Todd? Surely no one could think so.
Well, no harm done. Perhaps I should not have been quite so angry. The gentleman came back later in the evening while you were still at the fair and took his hat and cane with him. But next time...
I won't forget again, sir. Really, I won't.
Are you innocent yet, Tobias?
Innocent, sir? Of what, sir?
Oh, of sin.
What sin, sir?
There is only one sin.
My deputy tells me you have brought a boy who has been put away in a cell.
Yes.
Well, no. Let's see. Oh, here we are, Mr. Sweeney, Todd, Fleet Street. Paid 1 year's keep and burial of Thomas Simpkins, aged 13, found dead in his bed after a residence in the asylum of 10 months and 4 days. I think, Mr. Todd, that was our last little transaction.
It was, Mr. Fogg.
Doctor, sir. An Irish degree, but doctor. A dram of the real thing, Mr. Todd?
No, thank you.
You seem to be rather unfortunate with your apprentices, Mr. Todd.
Yes, indeed. The present one is beginning to show the very same symptoms.
What age is the boy?
13.
Ah.
It always seems about that time.
Of course, the threshold of manhood, you see.
Explain. What is the meaning of that medically?
Sin, sir. Sin. That is the age it starts to come out. The flesh is maturing to manhood, and the sins of the flesh mature along with it. And if the party is of a naturally sinful disposition, they begin to appear like hairs, like horrid little hairs. Does he shave?
What?
Does he rave?
You said shave.
Rave, sir, rave. Does the little shaver rave?
Yes. Yes, he does rave.
Ah, there you are, you see. The wickedness has grown so strong it is erupting through into the skull. How does he rave, sir?
He raves about me.
What does he say of you, Mr. Todd?
To hear him talk, you'd think... He thinks that I am a thief.
Thief? Dear me, that's bad. That will require stern treatment.
More than that. Worse than that. He thinks... He fancies that I'm a murderer.
God bless us. Oh, the unfortunate lad. He will require very scrupulous attention indeed.
There's more yet.
More?
He thinks... It is his wild fancy that after I have robbed and murdered my victims, I then dispose of them by... I make an offering of them to...
An offering? What sort of offering do you mean, sir?
Have you ever heard of cannibalism, Doctor? You may have read of it existing in foreign places.
Read of cannibals, sir, in foreign places. I have met them here in London.
Is there nowhere for such a person as this mad boy? Will the troubled mind never find rest? If there were such a place,
Peace and rest, sir, peace and rest. If the individual does not possess his commodities within him, they are not for sale here or anywhere else. There's only one place they are sure to be had in.
And where is that?
The cemetery, sir. The graveyard.
Yes.
That's why we are able to bear our sorrows here when one of our tormented patients suddenly departs this life for a better one.
Oh, to no life at all. That would be better still. That would be true peace. Is that what you think happens, Doctor?
As to that, sir, I'm not qualified to say. Not even my medical degree qualifies me to venture a prognosis upon that. I will find out in time, like every other mortal does. But now we must record all the details in due form. The boy's name, Mr. Todd.
Rag. Tobias Rag. Age 13.
Any relatives?
No. His father he never knew. His mother abandoned him when she married again.
You must have the patience of a saint, Mr. Todd. Many another man would have felt justified in doing away with him on the spot.
I could not kill a child. Never a child.
Your feelings do you credit, sir. How long would you think the boy's madness is likely to continue?
I will pay for 12 months, but between ourselves, I do not think the case will last nearly so long.
I shouldn't wonder. I should not wonder.
I would like to see the boy before I go.
Oh, he'll be asleep now, sir. We always give him a little something when
I would like to see him. If, in his ravings, he says anything about me...
No word will go beyond these walls, sir. Discretion first, middle, and last. That is our motto. Anyway, if he raves wicked enough, we shall put him in a strait waistcoat. We shall shave his head, and we will give him nothing but water, till he realizes he don't suit us or anybody else to be plagued by his madness.
He seems peaceful.
Such strong medicines are very expensive, Mr. Todd. We cannot afford to use them often. Of course, a day will come when we don't need to use them at all. That day when he finds peace forever. I shall send you a message when that day has arrived, Mr. Todd. After the event, of course. I know what a burden it will be off your mind, Mr. Todd. Mr. Todd?
Stop thief! 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 Stop thief!
You're dead! You're all dead! No! You're dead!
You're all dead. Every one of you. Peace. Peace. There's no peace, Sweeney, except down here in the darkness, deep in the darkness. There is no peace for you. It's a trick. Someone's found his way down here into your darkness, Sweeney. I'll find him.
You won't hide from me!
Nor you from me, Sweeney. There's no escape from me. I'll kill you. Oh, yes. But there's only one way to do that. And you know what that is, don't you? Don't you, Sweeney? Come to me, boy. I'm waiting for you. No! Waiting. No! Sweeney. Deep, deep darkness. I'm waiting. And I'll have you soon.
Mr. Todd!
Who calls for me?
Mr. Todd, I say, where are you?
Mr. Sweeney Todd, where are you, sir? I am waiting.
I say again, I am waiting for you.
Who calls me?
I am the beadle of St. Dunstan's Church.
What do you want with me?
I'm investigating a complaint, Master Todd. A very serious complaint indeed. Concerns the cellars underneath this shop. Sit down, Master Todd. I fear that poor bench of yours could scarce negotiate a personage of my dimensions.
You are indeed a very large man, sir. Uncommonly large. You make me feel quite a boy beside you.
Find yourself in some awe of me, Mr. Todd.
You do have that effect, yes, sir.
That is how it should be.
Indeed.
The beadle is always well and judiciously selected. The parish authorities make no secret of it, that when there is an election for beadle, they throw all their influence into the scale of the biggest candidate, providing, of course, he has brains to match, brains of a size to match his body, sir. Which brings us to the matter of your cellars.
May I suggest, Master Beadle, that you sit in this...
I did not come here to be shaved, Master Barber.
I detect a certain roughness in the region of your throat and neck, sir. Not fitting in a man so eminent as the Beadle. I should be honored to shave you for nothing and would thank you for your condescension.
Oh, very well. 'Tis the duty of a Christian to patronize the meek, especially an officialized Christian like me. And now, Mr. Todd.
Forgive me, sir, that I mixed my own lather. The fact is, my apprentice has run away.
It is the stink in the church, sir. That's what it is. The stink.
He even took some of my bed linen with him. Still, boys will be boys, as they say.
The odour in St. Dunstan's has become so terrific that when I unlock the church door of a morning, I have to hold the great key in one hand and a cloth soaked in vinegar in the other, as was done during the time of the Great Plague of London.
I often think that the feeling of freshness that comes after a good shave evokes a sort of fragrant recollection. It takes a man back to the time when he was harmless and did not need a razor to cleanse him.
Since I was appointed beadle, sir, the stink in the church has become so repulsifying that members of the congregation have been forced to leave in the middle of a sermon and have been observed to slink across to Mistress Lovett's pie shop.
Mistress Lovett's pie shop?
To solace themselves, sir, with the hot pork and veal pies, in order that their mouths and noses be filled with an agreeable and delightful flavour instead of one so decidedly the reverse.
You mentioned Mistress Lovett's pie shop.
What finally provoked me to take action was the visit of the bishop himself, come to do confirmations. His piousness interrupted the vicar amidst his loquacious speech of welcome with the words, "It's all very well, sir, but what a terrific stink there is here." You've never seen so many confirmations done so fast.
And what conclusions do you draw from this?
Two, sir, two. First, that holiness is no proof against an abominable stench.
And the second?
That same abominable stench emanates from the ancient vaults under the church itself.
I see. No doubt from the corpses that are buried there.
My very own fault, Master Barber. My own spontaneous conclusion. But the records show that no one has been buried in those vaults for near a century.
Astounding, sir.
Astounding is the word, sir. Something is amiss in those vaults, and I mean to find out what it is.
What do you propose?
To examine them, sir. And if I read the records aright, the easiest access will be through the cellar of your premises.
I see.
To which end I shall tomorrow bring with me an engineer skilled in such matters.
To examine my cellar?
And beyond, as far as the cellars of Mistress Lovett's pie shop. Have you any objections, Master Barber?
Objections, sir? What possible objections could I have?
Then the matter is settled.
Yes. May I ask, am I the first person you have come to?
My perusal of the records have made you first choice, sir.
And you have not spoken of your theory to anyone else?
No, sir. I shall surprise them with the facts.
Then, indeed, the matter is settled, sir. Now then, if I may just tilt the chair back a little, hasn't polished it much. Yes, so
I was looking at your notice, sir. I'm in need of employment.
well, let me have a look at you. Do you have strict religious principles?
Oh, I believe so, sir.
Good. I like boys of a religious turn. They're easier managed.
Why do you look so hard at me?
Have I not seen you before?
Oh, I don't think so, sir. Well, I've not seen you.
Something. Come in. You do not look like a boy in want of apprenticeship.
But then my looks deceive, sir. I'm all alone in the world.
Good. I mean, I can understand the situation. You see, I was an orphan myself.
Well, you could call me an orphan, sir. Well, my mother married again, and her new husband hates the sight of me.
How could any man do that? You look so...
Oh, he does, sir. Yeah, and I was abandoned into a home to get me out of the way. I've run away from it. Well, I shall die if I'm sent back there, sir.
I feel for you. I begin to feel very much for you, Master. What is your name?
Charlie, sir. Charlie Green, sir. Oh, I say Green because that was my mother's name before she married again. Oh, I will not call myself by that man's name.
Well, Charlie, your tasks will be to clean the shop, tend it while I'm not here, mix the lather for the respectable gentlemen who patronize my establishment. And
what, sir?
And keep your mouth shut. For all this, you will receive 6 pence a day. Will that suit you?
Indeed, sir. I shall be very happy.
And yet, no, you will not do.
Let me try, sir. Oh, please, let me try.
I think not.
Why not, sir? Look, you don't know me. What can you possibly have against me?
Nothing. Quite the reverse. Of all boys I have seen, you're the most... There is no vacancy.
Oh, but the sign in the window,
Since
sir.
putting it there, I've decided finally to retire. I shall be a barber no longer.
Oh. Well, very well, then. I'm sorry to have troubled you.
Wait a moment, Charlie. Come here. There's something very mysterious about you. Something Never before have I seen such a boy. Yet I have.
I don't understand you, sir.
I have the feeling you don't need shaving, Charlie. More than that, you never will. You will stay as you are. Would you like?
What, sir?
Would you like to stay with me?
But you said you changed your mind.
I have. I'm to become a gentleman, Charlie. Gentleman. But one who needs a companion, someone he can look after. Do you wish to be made happy, Charlie?
Oh, I'm sure we all wish that, sir.
It is in my power now. Everything is in my power. The time has come at last. There is an awakening within me which tells me so. Never. Never. Charlie, run down to Mr. Lane's on the wharf. Get half a pound of sweet biscuits. Tell him they're for me and you shall have the best.
Yes, Mr. Todd. I will run there and back.
No. No, don't run, Charlie. Take your time. Walk slowly. Come back in half an hour.
Whatever pleases you, Mr. Todd.
It pleases me very much, Charlie. You will come back, won't you?
Oh, indeed I will, sir.
Very good. Very good. Off you go. Half an hour, then.
Is that you, Charlie?
Yes, Mr. Todd.
Wait a minute, boy. I'm coming out. Close your eyes. I have a surprise for you. Close your eyes and turn your back.
Yes, Mr. Todd.
I'll come out then. Turn round, Charlie. Look at me.
Why, Mr. Todd.
Well, Charlie, what do you think?
I've never in all my life seen such a gentleman.
I look well, do I?
Well, sir.
I'll do, will I?
Well, if I'd never seen you before, I'd have said you was one of the finest gentlemen in England.
You are speaking the truth, Charlie. You're not just saying that to please me.
If you don't believe me, there's a mirror. Well, look into it. Go on, look at yourself.
Would you say I was a man to be smiled upon, Charlie?
To be honoured, sir. Honoured. There's a carriage drawn up. Oh, and what a carriage. Is there some lord come to call upon you, sir?
No, Charlie. It's for me. Wait for me, Charlie. I'll be back in an hour or two. Wait for me. Your patience will be rewarded.
Yes, Mr. Todd.
There is a gentleman called Mr. Mundell.
Gentlemen,
I have no appointment in my book. What is his name?
He would not say, sir.
Well, I won't see people I don't know without an appointment.
You will see me, Mandel.
May I have the honor of knowing your name, sir?
No, sir, nor anything else until we are private.
That will be all.
Yes.
Well, sir, to what do I owe the honor of this visit?
I have heard your name mentioned in certain circles, Mandel. You are a moneylender.
Well, I wouldn't say that, sir. I like to think of myself as a banker, a private banker, and strictly to members of the aristocracy.
Precisely.
Please to sit down, my lord.
I wish to know, Mandel, whether you are inclined to lay on your obligation a certain illustrious lady by helping her out of a temporary and really quite trivial financial difficulty.
A glass of wine, my lord.
What year?
88, my lord. Is it permissible to inquire who the illustrious lady is?
No, sir, not by any means. It must be a strict condition of this transaction that you are not to inquire precisely who she is, nor for her sake, precisely who I am. If you do not accept this, I shall quit you at once.
It is not the usual way that I do business, but if the lady is so illustrious...
She could scarcely be more so.
And if all else is satisfactory, then I shall not cavil at that.
By all else being satisfactory, I take it you mean security.
Well, yes, sir, there is great importance in that.
Were I able to divulge the lady's name, that would be security enough, since her honor is beyond price. But, since I may not, here, a person of your trade should know their value, I suppose.
Pretty well, pretty well. I should say that these are worth...
If the sale were enforced, their market value would be £10,000.
Certainly, certainly, not a penny less.
I will accept 8.
Well, I usually advance only half the value of the security offered, but in these circumstances... may I venture an observation, my lord?
What is it?
I know of only one string of pearls in the whole of England to compare with these. And they, my lord, they belong to the Queen.
Well?
Ah, I am deeply, deeply honored, Your Grace, to do business at such an
Keep your
elevated
gratitude
level.
for those who need it, man.
Yes, Your Grace, of course, Your Grace. To whom does Your Grace require me to make the cheque payable?
To Sweeney Todd.
An extraordinary name, Your Grace.
An extraordinary gentleman.
Well, provided your banker recognizes the pseudonym.
He will.
And just as you say, Your Grace, to Sweeney Todd, 2 Ds?
Yes.
The sum of 8... less my commission, of course, Your Grace.
Commission?
A mere £500, what with money being so scarce.
Oh, very well, very well. We'll not haggle over pin money. Make it out for 7,500.
Yes, my lord. I mean, Your Grace.
Good night, Mistress Lovett.
Sleep sweetly, Mistress Lovett.
Sleep well, Mistress Lovett. And whatever you do, Mistress Lovett, don't sleep lonely.
That gin will be the death of you, Mistress Lovett.
Oh, Mr. Todd. How did you... You must have come up through the cellars. Oh, now you're dressed. It is you, ain't it, Sweeney?
The real Sweeney. You have never seen him before, or ever will again. I have come to say goodbye. I am going away.
Away? But where could you...
I am a rich man now. I may go where I choose.
You sold the pearls. You really got the money for them?
Rich in money. And rich in love.
Love. But of course. Oh, my dear Sweeney. Oh, my dear, dear Sweeney. Oh, yes, my dear, I do love you. Oh, and I'll come with you wherever you please. Oh, we'll never be separated now, my love. Never.
I thought that might be your answer.
Well, what else would it be? You know that I've always... Sweeney, what is it? Why'd you look at me like that?
Because of all females, you are the vilest and most disgusting that ever crawled the face of this verminous earth.
Sweeney, what are you saying? It's me. It's Mistress Lovett.
Mistress Slut. Filthy, treacherous slut.
You must be mad.
I was mad when I thought I needed your love. Now I don't.
There's someone else, isn't there? Who is it?
Now I see you for what you are. And I am done with you forever.
Oh, no, you aren't, Sweeney Todd. I know too much. I know all sorts of things. Some of them nice, some of them not so nice. But let's just think about the nice ones, shall we? Eh? I know how to please you, don't I? Hey, I know what you really want. So come here, my little boy. Kneel to me and you shall have your kiss.
All that is dead. As are you.
Dead? Oh, no. Sweeney. Oh, Sweeney!
Aye, it was.
What? What? The gin.
I told you it would be the death of you.
You put something in the gin.
Just a little rat poison. You lived like a rat, now you can die like one. All that you held in me is released. Now I am free. I didn't leave it like this. Charlie, my parlor's been searched, too. What is that paper, Charlie? What have you written, my boy?
My name is not Charlie. And I am certainly no boy. My name is Charlotte. Charlotte Oakley. Do you know that name?
There was something. I knew there was something. Who are you?
The avenger of all those you have murdered, including Mark Ingestry.
Mark Ingestry.
The man I should have married if you had not foully murdered him.
Mark Ingestry, huh? The pearls.
That's right, Mr. Todd. The pearls he bought for me for our wedding day. When he disappeared, I traced his movements as far as this shop. And now my search has revealed every bloody murder you ever committed, Sweeney Todd. Well, this paper contains a list of...
Charlie, my boy! My beautiful boy! You won't return my love like this, you won't.
You won't stop me, Mr. Todd.
I couldn't stop you in anything, Charlie. Once I discovered I existed. I mean, you existed. I was helpless. I am helpless, Charlie. Help me. Please, Charlie. Help me.
Help me!
Anyone? Help me.
Todd, Sergeant. Wait here, please. Mr. Sweeney, Todd.
Sir?
Inspector Field and Sergeant Hawthorne. Police, sir.
Indeed.
I have a letter here, sir.
Shaved and dressed gentlemen? A little late, I'm afraid. There was a barber lived here once. What was that name again?
Todd. Sweeney Todd.
Ah, yes, that's right. You're right.
I think we'd better have the doctor in, Sergeant. Here is your doctor, sir. Dr. Makepeace.
I don't know the man.
I think you do, sir.
How do you find yourself, sir? Sleeping better, I hope.
Sleeping?
You came to me for medicine, Mr. Todd. Don't you remember?
Yes. Yes. These strong medicines are expensive. Until they're no longer needed, of course.
Mr. Todd, we come here on a very serious matter. You see this piece of paper in my hand? It accuses you, Mr. Todd, of certain indictable offences, very serious offences. Indeed, the most abominable crimes that I've ever seen set forth in writing.
Lies. Lies.
Why should anyone tell such lies about you, sir?
How should I know? What is that to me? The only thing that matters about a lie is that it is a lie.
Shall I tell you some of the things that are written down here, sir?
If it amuses you.
You're accused of murdering one Mark Ingus and robbing him of a string of pearls worth £10,000.
Where's your witness?
You're accused of kidnapping a youth named Tobias Ragg, age 13, and of placing him in a home of murder, masquerading as an asylum for the insane, and of doing the same with many other boys in the past.
Witnesses? Evidence? Him? Do you think he will support a charge?
You are further accused of murdering the beadle of St. Dunstan's Church because he required to search the cellars beneath these premises. Cellars in which, so it states here, innumerable other murdered men have been hidden by you and their bodies cut up for... Do you know what is writ here, sir? Do you realize what is said of you?
Witnesses. Witnesses? You won't get anywhere without them, Master Detective.
What about Mrs. Lovett and her meat pie, sir?
The witnesses. Produce Mistress Lovett. Will she testify?
Sergeant.
Ever handled one of these, Doctor?
I am merely a general practitioner, Mr. Todd.
Mr. Todd. The correct form of address as to a surgeon. Surgeons are always addressed as Mr., not Doctor. It goes back to the time of the barber surgeons. Mr. Todd, barber. Mr. Todd, surgeon. Mr. Todd, barber surgeon. All in all, a man of exceptional skill. All in all, a quite exceptional man.
Would you be good enough to turn round, sir? I have a witness.
A woman who dresses as a boy, and who would believe her?
This woman poses as no boy, sir.
Get away from me! You're dead!
What has been your connection with Mr. Todd, ma'am?
Well, he was really quite helpful. He put together some contraptions for pie making down in my cellar. They were really quite good. You ask my husband, he'll tell you. Though it was him as ordered Mr. Todd off on account of his peculiar behaviour.
And you, sir?
Get away from me. Get away.
I don't know why you had to embroil such a personage as myself into these distasteful proceedings, sir. All I did was to make my way through Mr. Todd's cellar to the vaults of the church in quest of the source of a most abominable stench arising therefrom.
Did you find the cause?
Sewage, sir, sewage, spilling in from the Thames through a crack in the wall.
And you found no other cause?
What other cause could there be, sir?
Mr. Ingerstreet!
No peace. No peace. Not even from the dead.
Mr. Ingerstreet mentioned his maid in this letter about a string of pearls. Look, sir.
Oh, I don't know who'd write anything so damnably foolish.
Foolish? Ah, you may well say so, Mr. Ingerstreet. Pearls? But I picked up better stones off Brighton Beach. And these were your wedding present to me.
I thank you not to address me like that in public, Mrs. Ingerstreet.
Yeah, well, I'll address you better when you deserve it of me, Mr. Ingerstreet. There. If you think they're worth the picking up, please do so.
Moment, ma'am. May I ask...
What now?
Did Mr. Todd, the gentleman there, I don't think he hears this, did he ever see you and Mr. Ingerstreet together before?
Since I have to pass this shop to find Mr. Ingerstreet in the tavern over there every day, well, I should think so. Mr. Ingerstreet?
Yes, my
Mr.
dear.
Ingerstreet, when you came in here to be shaved, did you show Mr. Todd these pearls?
I may have done.
Was any mention made as to their worth?
Well, I may have made some. Oh, deuce take it, a man may still make a joke in a barber shop, mayn't he?
A joke? Yes, sir, I see. That's all, thank you. Good night. Sergeant. Mr. Todd. Mr. Todd. Just one more witness, sir.
No. No, I'll see no more ghosts.
This is a pretty friendly ghost, sir. Look.
I didn't kill him. Men, yes, hundreds of them. But not a child. Not him.
Why'd you rave so, Mr. Todd?
Never a child. Not him.
I'm sorry I'm late back from the fair again, Mr. Todd. The coach broke a wheel on the way back.
Yeah.
That's what happened, truly. What ails you, Mr. Todd?
This is no business for a child. Mr. Todd. Mr. Todd, sir. Please rise. I have something in my bag here which may give you peace for a little while.
Very well, Master Detective. I have seen your witnesses, and since you are able to conjure up the dead against me, I can do nothing but concede honorable defeat. It is the gallows, I suppose.
No, sir, not at all. No one would think of sending you to the gallows, sir.
Not the madhouse.
Now, don't trouble your head, Mr. Todd. You come with us. We'll take care of you.
Very well, gentlemen. I shall do as you say. But I would ask a favor of the inspector first. I ask it as one gentleman to another.
Sir?
I should like to be clean-shaven.
No.
Very well, Mr. Todd. I have no charge against you that would justify my refusing such a simple request.
Thank you, sir.
But the inspector...
Doctor.
told you I was waiting for you, Sweeney. I knew you would come to me in the end. I've always been there, down in the darkness, down in the deep, warm darkness, where there is peace. You've descended to the very brink now, Sweeney. Just one last little step. Come to me, boy. Come to me now.
What you looking for, sir?
Well, the way he, as if he's expecting... Yes, here it is. The chair tilts back through the trapdoor by means of a lever. No lever. No trapdoor. Nothing to shift this. All right, Sergeant. Better follow them to the public mortuary. Dry your eyes, lad. He's at peace at last.
It must have been the lies that drove him mad. He was the kindest master. Who would want to write such lies about him?
Here they are, lad. Here they are. Writ down, look. No?
I don't understand, sir.
What?
It's impossible. That's Mr. Todd's own handwriting.
Yes, I thought he might be.
Stop me.